For the last 2 months, I've been running my business with the help of an AI assistant, and it's taken over a huge workload for me. Everything from emails, texts, follow-ups, schedules, miscellaneous tasks, all those things are now being done by my AI assistant, which means I can actually focus on running the business rather than working inside the business. I built this whole entire AI agent system using Clawdbot, now called OpenClaw. In this video, I'm going to show you the exact strategy that I've been using with my AI assistant, what it does for me on a daily basis, and other use cases that would be extremely helpful to you. Now, a quick warning before I share this exact strategy with you. I'm not telling you to go download Clawdbot and download these AI assistants without looking into it, researching, and assessing the risks, right? There's a lot of different ways to set this up. You could buy a Mac Mini, you could host it on a cloud server, whatever it is. Just make sure whatever you're doing, you do not just launch this on your normal computer and give access to everything. That is the wrong way to do it. There's tons of videos on YouTube showing you how to set it up securely. I'd recommend you watch those videos before you dive into this strategy. So let me start with how I actually found out about Clawdbot. So just probably like you, I saw all the hype on social media, on YouTube, everyone installing this. And I saw this within the first 2 weeks. And I was like, okay, I gotta try this. This sounds too good to be true, right? So I downloaded it, I installed it, I ran it on my computer, I figured it out. It took me a whole weekend. And I realized that the bot was not very smart at all and that it was all hype. So I had two choices. I had, okay, I can either just keep going along with this and maybe it's gonna get better over time. Or secondly, I could just turn it off, uninstall it out of my computer and just go along with running my business. Now, as you can tell by this video, I obviously chose to go all in to train it and figure out the exact strategy in order to make it work for me and to be successful. And I'm honestly so happy that I did. Going into the strategy, it's a lot simpler than you would expect. So Clawdbot, OpenClaw, all these AIs work off of a brain. So it's very, very important that you have all your ducks in a row. You need your standard operating procedures. You need to know your departments in your business, what each department does, and why they're successful with an exact strategy. If you don't have this, your bot is literally gonna be stupid. It's gonna be like hiring the very low-levelest employee without any training and any resources. How you can do this is you set skills or markdown files inside of the bot's brain. This is essentially looks like you have your marketing folder. Inside there, you have your B2B ad specialist, you have your B2C ad specialist, you have proven ad copy skills, landing page creation skills, everything that you would need in order to be successful and already skills that you should have as a business owner. But the main component here is taking the time and energy to create these yourself. You do not want the AI creating skills for yourself. You want to create them and give them to the AI so that it does things how you would do things, right? Or the best possible practices. My whole goal with this strategy is to inform you that there's a right way to do it and a wrong way to do it. The right way, like I said, is having your whole company SOP, operating system, context, all these documents that you need to have. You need to have that before you get started or else you're going to be unsuccessful and AI is going to be a huge pain in the ass rather than helping you out a lot. Think about your AI agent like a new employee. You wouldn't just hire the employee, let it go off and start doing tasks in your company. No, there needs to be a standard operating procedure. There needs to be training, resources, videos for them to watch. All that goes into the AI being successful. Now that you understand the strategy, I want to jump into use cases. So what you're about to see on my screen is the different use cases that I've been able to perform while using Clawdbot. All right, so let's start with Slack. So Slack is a communication tool. I have another video on how you should set up Slack the right way, but I was able to integrate my AI chatbot inside of Slack so that I can actually communicate with it so that it can perform tasks for the team inside of a platform where we already communicate. So I'll show you some use case examples here. For example, I said, hey, and then I tagged the bot. Can you write me some ad copy for this offer for this client, right? And it goes in here and it makes all the ad copy and all the resources. Again, I want to talk about how important this is for you to have the right context. So it knows exactly the best performing ad copies that we use. And so it lays it out in the right foundation and it uses that as reference while it's going to create the ad copy. But as you can see here, it just makes it all in Slack, which is extremely helpful. We can copy and paste it. The other cool part is if you ask it to send it in a Google Doc or a Google Sheet or a Google Slide, it will do that as well. Here's a bigger example, okay? So right here, I said, hey, can you help me draft an email to this weight loss team? This is a new franchise I just met with, and they want a one-pager on our digital marketing services. So it said, yes, I can go ahead and do that. And it replied with this. Not only did it make me these one-pagers and assets, it also wrote the entire email and allowed me a button where I could just click compose email and it opens up in Gmail with it already drafted. So very, very important, very, very helpful, very useful. And this is one thing that I use all the time is this integration. But again, like I said with Slack, my end goal is sharing this with the team. Again, I have to do more Q&A, research, things like that to get all my SOPs in place with this agent in particular that's on Slack. but my end goal is opening it up to my team. So right now I'm testing it with a couple other executives on my team with the end goal of my whole team being able to use this. Now they could use it right now, but I just want to make sure that the bot is working correctly before I give my team access, as they're going to be using it a lot based off of them chatting in Slack all the time. Now, the next use case that I want to jump into is the company hub. So I'm probably going to blur out some stuff on the screen here, as this is a project that I've been working on for the past month with my AI, and I'm extremely excited about it. Basically, everything that I do in my company, I'm trying to put inside the company hub. So for example, this would be anything from all the clients we have, client directories, sales, operations, everything that we do, I want it in one centralized place. And I don't know coding at all, guys. I've been able to figure it out a little bit with the help of my AI chatbot, but I know nothing about coding. I don't know how to write code, anything like that. I just know kind of a little bit about the platforms and APIs and things like that. But this has been so helpful that I can screenshot ideas, send it to my AI chatbot. It's building the application, it's running this, it's running that. And it just saves me so much time. And the best part about it is I can actually build what I want to build, right? So just to give you a quick breakdown, we got our dashboard. We got our AI agents inside of here. So all our different AI agents, you can click and choose which one you want. You can chat with each one, ask it to write ad copy, what tasks do I have, what's on my calendar, all that kind of fun stuff. It can actually perform tasks inside the platform with you, which is really cool. I'm not going to share the sales AI yet because that one's really new. And also I'm currently building that out. But then we have the client section, right? We have the company pods, which is how we run our agency. We have billing. We have a team channel. We have a channel for paid ads, campaign launches, campaign approvals, creative ad library, client reports, tasks, etc. And this goes way, way deeper. I will definitely do a video on this later down the line once I complete this whole entire project. I've already got it on a live, server and browser. The next step is actually getting that to a live URL, so that our team can go ahead and use it. But this right here has been my long-term project that is just completely running in the background. Typically after work and things like that, I'll just prompt it and be like, hey, I want you to add this feature. Hey, I want you to add this feature. Okay, spin it up for me so I can check it out. And now I've gotten to a point where I've connected databases, all that kind of good stuff, and it's almost ready to be launched. So again, this is another huge use case. I use this every single day, and I'm adding more and more to it every single day until I can set it live with my team. The end goal there is to be 100% organized as a company and be running the business 24/7 through this platform. Okay, now the last use case I want to show is actually just chatting with the bot, and then some simple things like setting meetings for you on Google Calendar and things like that. So I could just ask the bot, I could say, hey, Polo, I'm going to say, hey, Polo, what is on my calendar today? Do I need to prepare or anything? Now it's going to be typing back with me. It has read-only access to my personal calendar. That way it can actually do things on my calendar. It only has the ability to read it. Again, security disclaimer, make sure that you want to give it access to things that you know the repercussions for. For me, it's just, they can read my calendar, and if they want to schedule an appointment, they schedule an appointment on their calendar and invite me to it. It's just a lot better for security reasons. Again, Friday day, no meetings today, like you wanted, no prep. Content creation, deep work, whatever you need to tackle from this morning's work. Hey, I just completed a workout. Can you update it to the Google tracking sheet we made to track my workouts? I just surfed for 1 hour earlier this morning. All right, so it just says done, logged your workout tracker today. Be like, perfect. Can you send me the link to that Google sheet so I can check it out? Again, we're just going to wait for it to send me back the Google sheet, but it said done. It's already logged it. Click on the Google sheet, check it out. Boom. It just added the workout tracker, right? And this just helps me on a day-to-day basis. Now, lastly, what I want to show you is the scheduling in your calendar and how you can use that. So here you can see I'd be like, hey, Brian, what time would work best for a meeting? I CC'd my assistant Polo on here to help schedule the meeting. So again, it doesn't have access to my email, nor would I ever give it access to my email, but it has its own company email. So it can go ahead and perform tasks, right? It can go ahead and do things for me and schedule meetings and stuff like that. The only skill that I have it for on my emails is really just helping me schedule an email on my calendar. So they'll ask questions such as, or it'll just schedule the appointment, right? And then it says, oh, apologies, it messed up here. So this was a skill that I had to add to it, but it messed up and it was like, apologize for the confusion. I checked, once you confirm this appointment, I'll send it over to you, because it just confirmed right away. And I screenshotted that and I was like, hey, don't confirm right away. Create this as a new skill to ask them if this date and time works before you schedule the appointment. And again, little things like this eat up a lot of your time. Your inbox, your email inbox, things like that are all just pending tasks that you don't really want to work on, but it's like other people's problems get forced onto you through emails. So if you can have something that at least helps out that process, it's going to help you out in the long run. So as you can tell, there's tons of other use cases, a million ways to utilize the AI chatbot. And again, the most important thing is you set it up correctly and you make sure to give it the right context so you can be successful. So in conclusion, I hope you learned a lot from this video. I hope that you saw a bunch of use cases, and I want to give my honest opinion. Like I said before in the disclaimers and the warnings, please do not set this up if you do not have your business organized. Make sure that you spend more time organizing files, organizing SOPs, context, how you run your agency, all these different things that an employee would need before you go out and install something like this. Trust me, you're gonna waste hours and hours and hours like I did. I was just feeding it information thinking that it was gonna be successful. Instead, when I went back and focused on the strategy, put all my company operating procedures, resource files, everything that I had for it to be successful, and once I implemented that, a light bulb went off and the AI agent was actually smart and could actually perform tasks for me. Thank you for watching. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. I look forward to seeing you guys on more videos, and comment below if you guys want to see more AI videos like this and you want me to take a deeper dive into my screen to show you the prompting, procedures, and everything that I do for the AI to be successful. I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.